Hello everyone, welcome to the High Level CEO series. Today we are with Yerlin and we are going to dive into brain plasticity. That's a hard word to say. And the energetics of money. I'm very excited to tap into everything that has to do with spirituality, manifesting money, energetics, and the brain with Yerlin. So if you're watching, say hello. I'm going to wait for Yerlin to join. And this conversation is for the women who are wanting to go to their next level. You're wanting to aspire to your highest level in business. And it's like, how do we get here? So with these series that I do almost every Monday, hello Amanda, hello CoverGirl, I interview women who are at a very high level in their business, and then we learn from them. We learn their strategies, we learn their mindset, the energetics that they embody, that they integrate every day, so that they can get to the level that they are at. So let's just see when Yerlin is going to join. Let me know how you're feeling. Any questions while we're waiting? You can pop in any questions when it has to do with your business, anything to do with mindset, energetics. See if she is coming. Okay. Give it a minute. Okay, so while we're waiting, oh, there she is. Hello, Yerlin. I was just gonna die. I'm like, I can do a little training while we're waiting. Come on in, invite yourself in, and we can go into the topic. Here we go. Or if there's like some time discrepancy, I'm like, let's just do a little training here. If you didn't catch my training, I already did one earlier today, so go over to my feed and check that out. What was it on? It was on selling, on if your offer isn't selling. Let me adjust this. Hello, Yerlin.
Hello, love.
Like
how are you?
Face.
Oh,
Good. It always happens when people join, and then I have to adjust my whole entire tripod here.
Is that better?
Yeah, I can see you. And then let me just, here we go. Just don't want to be chopped off. You're perfect though. All right. Hello and welcome.
This is good. My husband was helping me with the light.
Oh, was he? Yeah, really bright. Or last week I did an interview with someone and I was at my production space and the lighting was like, if I had the lights on, it was just so bright.
Yeah.
And then I looked really dark and shadowy. So it was just like, I'm like, okay, I got to throw in a filter because it brightened everything up. I was like, okay, perfect. Now we're all,
okay, so is the light okay? Like this?
Yes, I think it's good. Okay. Yeah, it's great. You're all glowing, all shiny and glowing. Well, welcome. Okay, so anyone who's watching for the first time, the High Level CEO series is about a 15 to 20 minute interview, but also like there's a lot of gold. There's almost like a training involved in it too, because you're going to be sharing your expertise to help the women or the men who are watching today. So today we're going to be diving into brain and energetics tied into money, which is a beautiful thing to do because I know a lot of people, especially, ones who are in my world, in my trainings, is like they know where they want to go, right? This is called the High Level CEO series, and it's about going to your highest level, but they often feel like they're plateaued. They feel like they're stuck. They're like, okay, like I want to go over here, but how do I get here? So we can dive into that and maybe bring in your expertise around the brain and mindset and all the things that you know about to, allow these women to go to that next level, to bring their business to that successful level, but also attracting money energetically. So yeah, want to introduce yourself and tell my audience, and yours is probably here too, on what you do. And then yeah, just kind of, we'll take it away.
Well, first, thank you so much for inviting me to this beautiful space in here. And hello to everybody that is watching here. My name is Yerlin Ramirezt. I am from Costa Rica, beautiful Costa Rica. And yeah, I have gone through so many phases in my life, especially because I was always obsessed with knowing humans and how humans think, how they work, how they change, how they thrive, how they go further, how they reach more. So just like, you know, like really mastering the art of being a good human. And a part of that is because part of my obsession with this is a long time ago, I was in a training with a mentor, one of my first mentor, like 10 years ago. And he kept saying, you know, how in the exact science, in math, in architecture, in engineering, every time, every day, we have better and better and better. And that is like, we have a taller building, we have a more sophisticated algorithm, we have a, you know, it's always improving and evolving. But here we are in the time that we are right now, and it's not like we're having better humans, you know, like better humanity, because a part of that is because we keep going in the same loops and in the same loops, and it kind of seems like humanity is just looping and looping and looping in this eternal Ouroboros, you know, eternal death and rebirth, without really like raising the consciousness and moving higher. So a part of my mission in life, it has been like, okay, how do we unlock the infinite potential? How do we develop, you know, a brain that is bigger and that has more and that can receive more information and can do more and have more impact in this planet? So from there, you know, I was a little nerd in my life. I went through 7 careers, 4 master's degrees. I tried to, you know, to really master everything. I have a specialization in neuroscience and brain plasticity. And, you know, and that's just a part. And I have done neurosemantics, NLP, psychology, positive psychology, brief therapy, like, you know, all the different things that have to do with human behavior and with human change and how the human change. And a big part of this, you know, in all my years, what I have seen is that it all, there is different components, but in these different components, a very, very big component. And that's why, you know, people try to say affirmations, but just saying affirmations doesn't work, because it's like, okay, I'm trying to say this, but I have a program in my brain. I have neural connections that are like avenues, you know, like in a city, you have avenues that have been built, that we transit every day, that we move through those every day. And then we just pretend that they disappear when they are right there. So all these neural connections and neural paths that have been created in the brain and are holding the meaning that we are creating in our reality. Those meanings that we have chosen and that we have programmed or chose to believe in some way, shape, or form are now holding and sending the recipes to the receptors of the brain to release the hormones and make the hormones cocktails that are going to create our state, the state of how we're feeling every day. So now we're living life through our state, and every single thing that happens in life happens through the state. We, you know, words are created from one state of a person or a country to another state. Marriages are destroyed because a person's state to the other person's state. You know, childhoods are destroyed because the parent state and the child state. So every single thing goes back to the state in which we are in, and those states are creating by the thoughts that we are thinking, that are releasing the hormones that then create the emotions that then create the state in which we are in. And money is not at all separated from that. Is one of the islands, one of these islands that are constructed in this city of the mind that we do. So that's a little like introduction.
Yeah. So if you're, you know, an entrepreneur who, like I said, this happens often, where it's like, okay, you want to believe the potentiality, the possibilities, the dreams that you want, but the evidence you keep seeing is opposite of what you want, or it feels like it's not working, or you're not seeing the tangible things yet. And then we know from what you said that obviously our thoughts, you know, our brain, the neurons, all of that is going to release certain chemicals. If you know already, you're like, hey, I keep having these same thoughts. I wake up and I'm like, well, it didn't work yesterday. And then it's hard to believe it's going to happen because your reality keeps showing you a certain reality. What would you say to everyone watching? How can they start to shift it so they can, you know, the plasticity of the brain, so they can shift things there? Like, what's like the first step to do? Because it is so hard when you're in it and you're like, oh, what am I doing? I'm investing the money and doing the work. Like, what is happening? Obviously, something internal.
The part is that what we are creating every day is the reality based on the evidence that we have been receiving from the past. And this is what the neuroscience have proven, is that every day we have from 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts a day. And from those 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts a day, 95% are the same like yesterday. Like, odds are that today I have the same worries, I have the same dreams, I have the same frustrations, I have the same narratives, I have the same stories. So if I am living and thinking and repeating 95% of yesterday's thoughts, then how can I create a new reality that is based in the now if I'm just repeating whatever was on the past? So if I want to like break out of that loop, I need to stay in this present moment now with what is now, instead of trying to loop into the past. Because the thing is, the moment that I loop into the past, what I'm doing is like, if I have an iPhone and I am charging that iPhone to keep working and repeating in that frequency. So I need, when I first wake up, I need to, before I go into my daily life of who is it, the persona or the avatar that I have created, I really need to connect, and I need to call in and feel within my body that other avatar that I want to create, the new avatar that I want to create, that is the person that is not repeating those stories. So the first thing, if you don't want, if you are like, you know, if you have like a phone and the phone is charging and the phone is working, what would be the first way that you're not addicted, or that you don't have that phone working and you're like glued to the phone every single moment? Is like you disconnect it. So you stop giving it energy, you stop charging it, you stop putting the energy to it. So in this is very important that we just stop, literally stop pronouncing the thoughts and the avenues and the things that take us back to that other persona, and that we start creating new avatars. So one thing here that is important is the importance of creating the avatars, because I have a really good friend of mine that is a very, very, very high level neuroscientist and psychiatrist at the same time. And he just finished a PhD that took him like 8 years about the fluid intelligence and the crystallized intelligence. So the crystallized intelligence is this one that we're born with. And then the fluid intelligence is how we grow smarter, how we grow our brain, how we become more. And then, you know, it's a whole study, but the result of that, in short summary, is that we do that by embracing the paradox. That's the whole result of the study. And embracing the paradox means that you start having and accepting and calling in within you all the possible labels and none at all. That's the duality. That means that you start accepting and becoming one with all the duality, you know, with everything, with the saint and the villain, with the good one and the bad one, the light and the dark, like all of them. And the same times you become whole and bigger and bigger and bigger. And you do this by creating new avatars. So just as every day we put on a piece of clothes from our closet, you know, every day we also need to choose an avatar that we are going to be embracing during the day. So that avatar that we're embracing during the day is the new persona and the new neuropaths that we are going to be creating in our brain, that are going to be releasing the chemicals and the state of that new person that I'm being. So one day I can play, I'm going to be like the divine mother of all avatar. I'm going to be the badass, you know, a prototype today. I'm going to be the really successful one. I'm going to be the sexy one. I'm going to be the wise one. I'm going to be like whatever it is. Those avatars that we start playing. It's like energy dress, just like we put a dress, a normal dress, depending on the context and in the things that we put on these energy costumes, on energy dresses that are creating and feeding and developing the new avatars that we're wanting to create every day. Because as we do that, we create now these new avenues that will start first at the beginning, just like a little trail that you're like starting, you know, you're taking like you're in the jungle, you're taking a machete and you're going and you're starting to make the trail in there. But then as you move through it and you walk through it every day, as you become and you go and embody that avatar, is going to create an avenue. So now the other old one, that is the other one that I used to be or used to think that I was, is going to grow back all the weeds, all the things. It's going to close by itself. It's going to die by itself. And then this new one is going to grow stronger and stronger and stronger. And that avatar is going to be more embodied in me. And when we are embodied, that new avatar, then that vibration and that frequency start being so, so strong, because the energy field of the heart is 5,000 stronger than the energy field of the brain. So now who we are becoming and what we're feeling and who we're being is like this huge magnet that is pulling things to us. So it's calling in from the infinite possibilities in the quantum field, it's calling them all to us. So now we're just not thinking, we're literally being a magnet and pulling them in from the quantum field of possibilities towards us. So
yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Oh my gosh. Well, you're speaking my language. I do like a millionaire morning where I tap into that, right? It's almost like an alter ego type thing, but you call it an avatar. So yeah, so being aware of, and this is like I tell my clients all the time, like, this is an everyday thing. I'm doing it every day. Like, no matter what, we're all trying to, you know, evolve to a certain level. So like, we have to do this work. And this is like an inner game every day. And so that's why I personally have, you know, some sort of ritual routine where it's like bringing that awareness back of those repetitive thoughts, those repetitive, behaviors as well. So becoming aware of that, and then it's actually shifting, right? Being intentional and shifting after you become aware, shifting into, you know, that the avatar that you're talking about. Is there a specific kind of thing you do every day where you bring awareness to those thoughts, those programmed thoughts? Because you want to shift things, right? We want to make a new reality. Yeah, if you want to tell some tangible takeaways, it's already 1:46. I don't know where the time went, but like, yeah, some tangible things that you do that's really helped you to shift and become that, you know, go into that next level of being.
And in that part, it's very important that we both, because it's not just the mind, the body is a big piece in here, because we want to embody a new creation, a new avatar, a new way of being. So whatever is in the moment where we feel, this is a little process. I mean, I don't know if people want, I can send them a whole exercise that I have that it goes and take them very detailed, and you have a PDF that goes with it that you can go and, you know, go by it like step by step. But I'm going to try to go here, you know, just go a little over. It has different parts because the sensations and the parts of the avatar that you have been are all recorded in your body. So when you feel a voice that is telling you something, I need to just like close my eyes and see, okay, where is the sensation? The sensation usually is going to be in three parts. It's going to be in your stomach, it's going to be in your heart, or it's going to be in your throat. Like, usually these are the three parts where energy is stored or is stuck in our bodies. So once I have this energy, I'm like, okay, I have this energy in here. I'm going to ask, what is the voice saying? First, if this sensation feels pulling, it feels burning, it feels like tickling, what is the sensation? So I have awareness of the sensation. So I have something to compare it to at the end of the exercise. So once I have that and I have recognized what the sensation is, the sensations usually is associated to a voice. Okay, what is the voice? You know, like, everybody is ahead of me, I'm not as good as everybody else, I'm never going to be successful, oh, you spend too much, oh, you are this, you are there. So when I hear the voice, I literally need to say, where am I hearing this voice? Where am I hearing this voice? Usually the voice will come from behind the head or around or right next to my ear. Then I need to identify, is this voice mine or is it someone else? Because most of the time it's going to be the voice of a parent or of a boss or an ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, a co-worker. It's going to be someone that said something that our body or our mind believed to be true in that moment because of whatever other circumstances. Power, authority, repetition, emotional state, whatever it is. So we need to say, is this voice mine or is this voice someone else? Most of the times it's going to be someone else's voice. It's not going to be my voice. But despite if it's my voice or it's someone else's voice, now I'm going to go, okay, do I want to keep listening to this voice? No, I don't want to keep listening to this voice. So the next step is very important, because for the brain doesn't have like a separation or a compartment of what's real and what's imaginary. For the brain, everything that is happening, once you close your eyes, it's all really happening and it's recalibrating and readjusting the brain. So we want to close our eyes in that moment and want to feel where the voice is, and this is part of NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, you're gonna, like, whatever that voice is, you literally are going to take that voice physically, and you're going to take that voice and you're going to do whatever you want. You can throw it away, you can put it in the floor, you can stamp it, you can walk away. My favorite thing, if you have the consciousness enough, is to bring that voice in front of you and to say, like, thank you, you served me in the past. There is a reason why you existed. I'm choosing a different path now, and I'm choosing a different voice. And then you blow it and you return back to source. So you return that energy back to source. Now, once you have, you check. This is called the TOTE model, and it's test, operate, test, exit. So test, operate, you did the thing, you test again to see if the voice is still in there. If it's not in there, you exit. You like leave that, because you know it's not there anymore. So once the voice is not there anymore, now you are going to check again. Where is that sensation in the body? Is that sensation gone? Usually that sensation is going to be gone, is going to disappear, or is going to dissipate. It's going to not be strong, or it's completely gone. Once you have, like, taking out the weeds of the voices and these sensations in your body, now your body is ready to put in and plant a new behavior, and plant a new belief, and plant a new energy blueprint into your body that you're going to do. So now you're going to close your eyes again, and you're going to think, what is the belief that I really want to have in my body? What is the belief that I want my body to deeply embody at a neurological level? So now you're going to say that belief, and you're going to say the belief is like, I am worthy of receiving every single day in every way, shape, and form that exists for me. Okay, so that's the belief that I want to have. Why is the belief good for me? It's going to be good for everybody around me. So I'm going to say that belief, but now just saying it, I need to have the coherence of the brain and the coherence of the heart. This is called heart-brain coherence. It's something that the Heart Math Institute does, because you need to teach your body neurologically and in a frequency, vibrational way, how does it feel, this new thing in your body. So first you're going to put your heart in, your hand in your heart, and you're going to say this. So you're teaching your heart to recognize the vibration of this new belief in your body, to absorb it. So now you're going to put your hand in your heart and you go, I am worthy of receiving every single day in any way, shape, or form. Okay, now your body is recalibrating that. And then you will see, you will check if you have any objections to that. Any little, like, you know, like jumping fleas, I call it, saying, not but people's gonna think that I'm stupid. No, but people's gonna. So whatever the resistance is, I incorporate the resistance. So I go, I am worthy of receive every single day in every way, shape, or form, even if my brain may think that, oh, but what's people going to think about me if I'm receiving so much every day? Okay, now once I incorporate that objection, I check again. How does this belief settle in my body now that I have incorporated that objection? Take a deep breath. Is the objection still in there? No, I feel good now. It feels settled. It feels good. Okay, that's now like embedded in my heart. It's like absorbed by the heart frequency in there. Now I put my hand in my brain and I say again, connecting my heart and my brain, because I'm doing the heart-brain coherence. I'm now saying, I am worthy of receiving every single day in any way, shape, or form. Then I check. I see what I feel. I see how this feels in my body. I take a deep breath and I just feel the body response. Does this now feels at ease? Does this now feels like my body is accepting this? If there is any objection, I do the same thing that I did in the step, you know, like that we just did. So now you go and you have it and you have the two. You feel it, because now you are recoding this in the vibrational field of your body. You're like recalibrating a code, like a software that you're changing it in the part that thinks, and you're changing it in the part that feels. So now you have heart and brain coherence, but you also have body coherence, because now this is a truth that is being absorbed in your cells. So now you can just go in there. And then the next step is that once you have that and you feel it, you said, do you like this sensation? Do you like how how this feels in your body. Oh yeah, this feels amazing. Okay, so next time that you have this old thought that you used to have, what are you going to do? What we're doing is future pacing. We are teaching the brain what to do in the future if these thoughts come again, because they're stubborn, you know, like you have to go through several times. Okay, yeah, next time that they are going to, that this thought, how you want to remember that we already installed this in your brain. Oh, I'm going to touch my heart and I'm going to remember that I already have this in me. Okay, I am now future pacing. I'm teaching my body neurologically what to do next time this happens. And then once I come this, I do something that is checking the ecology. And checking the ecology means, is this good for my family? Is this good for my health? Is this good for me? Is this good for any, you know, for the hires of the collective? Yes, it is. You know, it's good for everyone around me. Okay, and it's good for me. Okay, this feels in integrity. It feels like a good thing to have. Then I take a deep breath, and now I just feel it in my body. I check with the first feeling that I have that usually is going to be gone or dissipated, and I'm going to be like recalibrated. But now I am recalibrated in a whole different way. I am recalibrated from the gut system for the organs of the body where I was feeling it. I have taken out and released the energy that was in my field that it wasn't serving me. And now I have recalibrated my heart and brain coherence, so that when I do this, I'm recalibrating my whole quantum field, like the energetic blueprint field around me. And who you are after that, when you just like go through it, is going to become so easy. You become like an expert of it, and then, you know, that start behaving and being in the new persona, in the new avatar every single day. So that's a little bit how it goes, you know. So
I love it. Oh my gosh, now I have a new thing to add into the practice. I'm definitely going to do the brain heart cohesion tomorrow morning. I'm going to add it in. Okay, so we have gone over time. No, actually, this is perfect timing. Usually it's 15 to 20. Yeah, a little bit. We're perfect though. But I love that you walked through all of that, and now we can all start to integrate it. I know I'm going to tomorrow. Is there any, I know you talked about, you do have one that people could, you know, possibly get their hands on. Yeah, how can they, yeah, I think you have some freebies. I know I've seen you put those out that people could connect right away. And anything else that's happening in your world would be amazing before we sign off.
Yeah. Well, for me, but people can reach out to get this freebie that I teach them the whole process, like step by step. And they also have a workbook, a PDF that you can actually print it, put it in your world, and it takes you step by step by every single one. And it has little icons that helps you, like what step you are in. So that is really amazing. People love it. They can just, I don't know, go to my Instagram and ask me and send me a message. I will like send it to them. And another thing, like in my world today, actually, we're starting a new program that is called Feminine Rich Money Brain that is starting today. And this is just a program that is, you know, how do we start attracting and becoming all of that magnet that we talk about, so that we have constant flow of energy in the shape of money coming to us without us having to go very hard and violent into that energy. That's in there, but I have a whole school that has over 300 different programs and trainings in it. It's called the Unconventional School of Wisdom and Business. So that the school is there and it has everything in it. So people can reach out. I will always guide them in whatever is better for them. So I'm just saying, always reach out. I will have the perfect match for whatever it is that you are in your journey right now.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you everyone for watching, and have a beautiful day. Bye, Yerlin. Thank you.
Bye. Bye. I love. Thank you. Bye.